Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Before we start, please subscribe our channel. Today, we will be discussing with you, F1 driver lineup 2022, the full grid of drivers for the next Formula 1 season. Biggest changes being made to F1 cars for 2022. The 2022 car will use underfloor tunnels, which will generate large amounts of ground effect downforce. The new front wing will obviously generate downforce in the traditional way, although is heavily concentrating on controlling the front wheel wake and down the car in a much less disruptive fashion. The intent is to send the wake down the sides of the car in a fluid manner, rather than underneath or pushed out from the sides. Haas, Nikita Mazepin, Mick Schumacher. It's the same lineup for Haas this season, but neither driver has rookie status in 2022, with Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin entering their sophomore F1 seasons. Mazepin meanwhile was signed with a raft of visits to the stewards in junior formulae, was then forced to apologize for what his team called an abhorrent video he released on Instagram, and has repeatedly incurred the wrath of fellow drivers for failing to follow the blue flags often waved at him during the race. Williams, Nicolas Latifi, Alex Albon. Williams changes their lineup for 2022, with ex-Red Bull racer Alex Albon stepping in to replace Mercedes-bound Russell. Albon partners Nicolas Latifi as Williams come off a 2021 season that saw them score 23 points and finish above Alfa Romeo and Haas in the standings. They have hung on to Nicolas Latifi, who brings financial clout for a third season with the team, and have added Alex Albon, a driver they describe as one of the most exciting young talents in motorsport. Alfa Romeo, Valtteri Bottas, Guan Yu Zhou, Alfa Romeo are the only team to field an all-new lineup for 2022, Bottas joining the squad from Mercedes while Zhou Guanyu will be the grid's sole rookie, and the first full-time Chinese F1 driver in history. Alfa Romeo have long since abandoned developing this year's car in favor of the one that will look very different after off-season regulation change ahead of 2022, and that may allow them to make a significant leap forward. Aston Martin, Sebastian Vettel, Lance Stroll. Vettel's move to Aston Martin was one of the worst-kept secrets in the paddock in 2020. The deal was for 2021 and beyond, making his confirmation for 2022 a virtual certainty. Lance Stroll stays with the team, who will be aiming for higher than their 2021 finishing position of 7th in the standings. Alongside him for now though will remain Lance Stroll, a similarly inevitable piece of news given that his father Lawrence owns the team. AlphaTauri, Pierre Gasly, Yuki Tsunoda. Tsunoda is no longer a rookie as he prepares for a second season with AlphaTauri. Pierre Gasly, who had a terrific 2021 season and finished 9th in the standings, continues with the Faenza team formerly known as Toro Rosso. It has been the proving ground for some of the modern greats in F1, including most prominently Verstappen. Alpine, Fernando Alonso, Esteban Ocon. An unchanged lineup for Works Squad Alpine, who had an undeniably strong season in 2021 with veteran Fernando Alonso taking a podium and helping teammate Esteban Ocon to a brilliant Hungarian Grand Prix victory. The pair aim to bring Alpine up to the pace of McLaren and Ferrari and beyond. McLaren, Lando Norris, Daniel Ricciardo. Ricciardo signed a multi-year deal when he joined McLaren from Renault, while Norris signed a new deal keeping him at McLaren until at least 2023 earlier this year. Lando Norris continues alongside Daniel Ricciardo with McLaren, who narrowly missed out on P3 to Ferrari last season. Ferrari, Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz. Ferrari have made a long-term commitment to Leclerc, whose current contract expires in 2024, meaning that whoever partners him will inevitably have to play second fiddle. Sainz meanwhile is just 2.5 points behind the Monegasque driver, and readies himself for his second season with Ferrari. Charles Leclerc continues his successful tenure with the squad, hoping for a first win since 2019. Red Bull, Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez. The role of Verstappen's teammate has never been a particularly easy one in F1, all the way back to Carlos Sainz at Toro Rosso when he first broke into the sport. Daniel Ricciardo left because he felt the team were favoring the Dutchman. Step forward Perez, the man whose performances at Racing Point and years of experience made him an unusual choice for Red Bull, who prefer usually to promote from within. Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell. George Russell partners 7-time Formula 1 champion Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes as Valtteri Bottas has left the team after 5 seasons, having helped the Silver Arrows clinch a record 8th consecutive Constructors' Championship, so it was no real surprise when he signed a new 2-year contract. just as it was little surprise when Mercedes announced that his teammate for 2022 would not be Valtteri Bottas. They are really amazing. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe.